Okay, let's do this. Good morning. It is bright and early this wonderful morning, and I'm grateful to be here with you, diving into some live content. This is this is the real deal. This is live early in the morning, and I've been up for a while and just enjoyed the day. It's the peace, the solitude, and just pondering and communing with my maker. And here we are to start the day. And I want to address waking up early. There's great power in waking up early and gaining that mastery. I remember when I was a missionary many years ago in Outer Mongolia. Before I went out to Outer Mongolia, I was in something called the Missionary Training Center. I spent a little over 2 months there, in learning the gospel, learning how to teach English for a second language, which I'd be serving to in Mongolia to maintain my visa. I taught English there, and you start this routine, this new habitual early to bed, early to rise. And prior to that, man, that was not my forte. Prior to that, up late, sleep in, and that was this going to bed at 10:30 and waking up at 6:30. It rocked me. I remember many a night, hearing people's watches go off at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, etc. And I thought, man, how am I ever going to do this? And just wanting to take a power nap throughout the day. Just really struggled. And it wasn't just in the missionary training center that I struggled waking up at 6:30. It was every day for the whole mission and beyond. But I remember there was a leader, a general authority that came, and they came to meet with us, because we weren't officially a mission yet when I was serving, and they would meet with us in the morning, and in the morning, or not in the morning per se, they would meet with us quarterly, and so I'm meeting with this one, and he's like, "What are you struggling with?" I said, "I'm waking up early," and he's like, "Oh, well, let's do this." And I was like, "What are your sleeping habits?" And he said he slept from midnight to 6 a.m. every day. That was his habitual thing. That was over 30 years ago that was planted in my mind. I thought, man, if I could just do that, if I could just do that. And I strove and I strove and I strove. And for year after year after year, I still struggled with this waking up morning routine. Nevertheless, in the past year or so, the Lord has blessed me. And there is great power in going to bed early and waking up early. There's a scripture that is very powerful in regards to this. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Do a little screen share here in a moment if we may, but I'm going to pull that reference up real quickly. Let's do this. Thank you for your patience here. This is live, coming straight at you. But the reference here is I love on my iPad. What I'm doing is essentially is I have a couple of softwares that I use. One is a software that turns my books that are on PDF files. It turns them into a literally as if I can write on the book. It's so awesome. Because I like to mark my books, write in the margins, and not just highlight them with a cursor and hit a note feature where I can add notes and type them. No, I like to write and mark. And it can look kind of messy, a lot of chicken scratch, but it means something to me and it adds great value to me. So I'll show you that here in just one moment. But let's get this reference. And then side by side next to that app, I keep our church's app there, and I speak into my iPad, and it pulls up the reference for me. So I'll do this really quickly. So Doctrine and Covenants, section 121. So then it gives me some options. I click on the first one, and it pulls it up right here on my app for me. Then I'm going to go to the verse I want. Except I said the wrong chapter. Doctrine and Covenants, section 88. Switch that to the next one. There we go. And we want 124. Okay, 124 says the following. This is super powerful. Cease to be idle, cease to be unclean, cease to find fault with one another. Cease to sleep longer than is needful. Now, granted, there's some people that need more sleep than others. Like when I was super heavy, over 260 pounds, and I had like sports-induced asthma, and I had sleep apnea, and I was sleeping 10, 12-hour days, plus the medicine I was taking as a side effect. It sedates you, so to speak, to avoid the ups and the downs, but it kept you slow and steady, which was good, and I needed that. But I was sleeping 10 to 12-hour days, and it was rocking my boat. It was, I wasn't as productive as I wanted to be. But over time, as I trimmed down and turned my body to the Lord and allowed Him to work in my life more, I was able to trim down and alleviate the sleep apnea, alleviate the 10 to 12 hours of sleep at night, and eventually discover my purpose, discover my contributions, how I wanted to help change the world. And it transformed everything. So let's go back to this. So sleeping longer is needful. So at the time I needed the 10 to 12 hours of sleep. Now I sleep way less than that. And it's a huge blessing. And on that side note of sleeping, I must say that years ago, I heard that my great grandfather, whom my middle name was given to me named after, he was a farmer, and I've been told that he said that every hour you go to sleep before midnight is like 2 hours of sleep. And I found that to be ironically really powerful. So unlike the general authority that told me he went to bed at midnight and woke up at 6, I go to bed earlier. I go to bed, I'm usually in bed by between 8 and 9, and it enlivens me. It gives me so much energy and so much vigor to get that deep sleep before midnight so that I can wake up even earlier in the morning. For example, these lives are 5 a.m. and I'm up before that and I'm ready to go, up and showered and ready to go. Like, let's do this. And if you're looking for this kind of energy and this kind of love and this kind of, you got to discover your purpose. You got to know who you were designed to be. And in knowing that you are a son or daughter of God gives you the beginnings of that purpose. That gives you a long shot of, okay, like a kitten becomes a cat, a puppy becomes a dog, colt becomes a horse, etc. We are sons and daughters of God, and we have the potential to become like Him. Well, we're not exalted, we're not resurrected, we don't have a perfect body as of yet, but we can work in that direction, because when we are resurrected, it is based off of who we are today. So what I'm saying is that which brings you happiness here and now will bring you happiness in the future. And mastering your bed, going to bed early and waking up early, is part of that joy, and part of that helping you discover your purpose. So let me go back to this quote that I didn't finish. Cease to sleep longer than is needful is what I read already. Retire to thy bed early, that ye may not be weary. Arise early, that your bodies and your minds may be invigorated. And in another reference, we learn that when you turn your life over to the Lord, that He will renew your body, renew your spirit, and that's the idea, is that you allow the inner spirit within you to take control of your physical body rather than the other way around. If you're living, eat, drink, and be merry, and letting the pleasures of the flesh consume and tell you what to do, tell your spirit and your soul what to do, something's not right. You got to find your true purpose. You got to flip that. You got to allow the divine nature within you to start shining, to to shine forth and to make an impact in your body and your surroundings, because the world says that you got to take a person out of their poor environment to change them. Well, that's not how Christ works. He takes the center, the core of you, your heart, and he changes it. He converts it when you let him. And he strengthens it and buoys up from the inside out. And as you purify your mind, your thoughts, your words, it begins to help you purify what you allow in your body, including what you eat, including how much you sleep, including what you watch, what thoughts, what entertainment you let in, what books you let in, what you consume on your phone. And as you purify those things and purify what's coming in, like a race car doesn't doesn't consume 85 octane fuel. No, it's high end fuel. In some cases nitro. Like it's like raw fuel, like amazing powerful fuel. And likewise, if you want to perform at a higher level, you got to get better rest. You got to feed your mind with the best books, including canonized scripture, leaders, that people that have the fruits that you would like to have. You need to consume that kind of information. And then as you do that, it fills you with good things and enables you to therefore output good things. And you get to this stage in life where you're engaged in the Lord's business and you want more time to do it all the time. You want more time to be in service of your fellow man. Why? Because there's great joy in bringing joy to other people. So that's all I got for today. Let's go out and have a wonderful day. And it's thrilling to give content and to be a light to others and lift them. I have been given so much. I came from a background of understanding where I didn't have the teachings of Jesus Christ prominently taught. My dad was a good man, and he had the gift of charity, which is, I don't know how much more you can ask for. But I wasn't taught the power of scriptures. I wasn't taught the power of prayer, but I was allowed to go to church, and I did learn some of those things. But as I turned my life over to the Lord at age 18 and began putting him first in all things, he transformed everything. He took me, who was working as a boy in a fast food chain, thinking that my dream was to be a multimillionaire as a fast food owner, to being to getting a college degree. I didn't think that was possible. I did so poorly on the entrance exam that I didn't think college was a possibility for me. I didn't even prepare for the exam. First of all, went dancing the night before and slept in and raced barely made the cutoff to get started for the test. Hadn't prepared for it all, and no wonder why I didn't do very well. And then anyhow, I ended up going to college, I ended up getting into an elite school, and I ended up graduating with university honors. How did all that happen for me? It blows my mind, because and the main reason why is because I turned my life over to the Lord and received of his help. There's this thing, this conspiracy theory that people are out to get you and out to take you down. But I found the opposite. When you set high goals, when you turn your life over to God, you'll find people are attracted to you that want to help you succeed, want to help you grow. And I'm one of those. I believe in you. I know that as you turn your life over to the Lord, he will transform everything from the inside out. But you've got to come unto him. You've got to get on the knees, give your life to him, give your body to him, give your business to him, and he will transform it. He will make you a vessel in his hands to do mighty things, even greater works than he did, as he's invited and commanded you to do in John 14, chapter 12. So that's enough for today. If you'd like to lock arms with me, go ahead and hit in the comments, ready. I'll connect with you. Let's do this. Let's make an impact in the world.
I've found a system that teaches me step by step on how to create content, how to market to content, and enables me to provide for my family and to create the content that I wanted to create in a way to market it so that you can reach a bigger audience and make a bigger impact in the world. Let's go and do this. All right. See ya.